So your website is what we'll talk about. It's the first place where someone's going to go, even if they're from a referral. They're going to search Google for your name. They're going to visit your website before they ever contact you. I mean, very few people are going to call your office blind today without going to your website first. So it is the most important thing you can do. It's your most important marketing asset. And if it is your most important marketing asset, this is the first thing they're going to see. We want them to start building trust with us right from hello, right from the time they get on the website. They need to start feeling warm and trusting on what they see on your website. These are some comments that have come from prospects in my people that became clients in my firm. They went on the website, and this is some of the things they shared with us when during early on. I went to your website. I'm impressed. I would like to see if we can work together. This is exactly the type of firm I've been searching for. You're quite an operation. I'm glad I found you guys. I know I can trust you. I'm excited. Let's get started. So your website has to convey that type of a response where people feel good and like, man, I'm so glad I found you, right? And they're pre-sold. It's like they're pre-sold. They like what they see. They're not, they're much easier and easier to work with. Because it's not a sales call. It's people that want to do business with you. So this is a client I signed up yesterday in my area. So my practice is headquartered in New Jersey, and Marlboro is a town right there. It's an animal hospital, seven-figure animal hospital. And so, like Chris, kind of fell, he fell in our ideal client avatar, right? Revenues of a certain amount, number of employees, and so forth. And great guy, met with him, his office manager yesterday, signed up. Fees of $175 a week, plus corporate tax return, plus a personal tax return. So it comes to $10,950. And so these are the, when I talk about a high value client, this is what I'm talking about, right? Came to the website, saw what we were about, felt comfortable and confident to schedule a meeting, and met, had a couple of conversations using my 7-step client conversion tool that I'm going to share with you guys as well here, and became a client. All right, so authority websites. Guys, is this making sense so far? What's resonated with you? Please feel free to share. What are you liking? What's the one thing, the aha you've got so far? This is not a polling question. We're going to come to that in shortly, but just checking in to see. Hope you're getting a lot of value, but I would love to hear from you. Like, what's the one thing that kind of stood out for you? What's resonated with you? What have you learned so far from our time together? All right, let us continue. Authority websites. Essentially, I want to do, I'll share with you some of the key things when it comes to a website. So there's like, how many do I have here? 12. There's many. There's like 100, but I'm going to share with you 12 of the more important ones. And we'll start off with the 4 green ones. I'll kind of take you through a few slides, and we'll cover all 12. I think we'll cover all 12. But let's start with the first 4 things that you want to make sure that you have on your firm's website, right? So headline, primary, call to action. That's what CTA is. Call to action. We want to make sure that we have struggles, what the struggles that the business owner, the prospect is facing. We want to speak to them, and then we want to show them the results. Yeah, that's kind of what we want to do on the home page. So let's go to the home page of the Straight Talk website. So we just simply took a picture of my firm's website, right? straighttalkcpas.com at your leisure, or now you can go to my website just to learn from it, see it. And so 4 things. Can you guys see where the first one is? The headline. Virtual CPA services that help entrepreneurial businesses thrive. So that's the headline. It's the first thing someone's going to see, and we want them to know that they're in the right place. So they see it, they get that. by within a few seconds. Second thing is a call to action. We've got a couple of things when it comes to call to action. Schedule a free strategy session. You see that the blue button, simple, they can do that. On the bottom right, there's a floating free consultation button, which I like. So it's easy for them to do that. Third thing, do you struggle with? Yeah, want to speak? The person that's on the website is there for a reason. There's some struggle, some problem, some issue happening, correct? That's why they have taken the time. They're searching, either Googling or somebody told them about you and they're like, okay, let me go and check this out. And then they see the struggle, they can say, yeah, okay, I can resonate for that. I'm paying too much in taxes, right? And they may not resonate with all of the bullets that are in the struggle, but they may say, yeah, I'm paying too much in taxes and I don't have the right accounting system, right? I'm not set up right. Yeah, with QuickBooks and so forth. So they may resonate with what brings them there. So we have that section there. And then we've got the results. What are the three biggest benefits, three results that we provide to the people we work with, the clients we work with? What do they get? So in my case, we've got that right under the blue button. You guys can see that right there is increase profits and maximize business value, minimize taxes, eliminate financial and accounting headaches, right? Three results Straight Talk gives the clients that it works with, right? So you want to have that. So we covered the first 4 bullets there. Next, in the 12-point checklist, we covered headline, we covered primary call to action, struggles, and then the outcomes. Then let's talk about another set of check points that you want to make sure that you have on your website: unique approach, social proof, and next steps. So I'm just going to cover these 3 in the interest of time. So unique approach is what makes you different, right? You're making promises. How are we able to make these promises? And we talk about how we go about doing that. Yeah, our secret sauce. So we describe what that is with an infographic, so the person can understand when it's laid out in an infographic as well as in a written way. And social proof on the homepage, different folks that have given testimonial. So that's on the website as well, and that's really very important, is having that. And then next steps, right? This is all on the homepage, folks, right? When they've gone through that with the headline, the problems, the results we provide, the unique approach, the testimonials, and then it's like, okay, if you want to take the next step, here is what to do. You book a free consultation, and then letting them know what is going to transpire, and not assuming it's like, okay, you schedule a call and you're going to sign up for my services. It's not that. It's like, get to know each other, agree, look at the different service packages, and then get the results, celebrate your success, right? So that's next step. So we kind of remove any skepticism, any hesitation that the person has, if they're ready and want to take that next step, right there. Yeah. So the website 12-point checklist, that is right here on the with the 12 points. Kind of turning my headphones on. Hear me and see me? Just somebody can indicate in the questions thing. Awesome, great, cool. Thanks, guys. If you'd like a PDF of the website makeover checklist here, I think there's going to be an email or something that I'm going to be giving you guys. I think it's on one of the slides. Let me see if I still have that. Yep, right here. So yeah, if you would like this checklist, just send an email to Edner, he's on my team. Type the word website in the subject line, and he'll just email it over to you right away. Website makeover checklist. If you'd like a copy of this,
That's how you can get a copy if you'd like one. All right, Jason, I think we are on to our second polling question.
All right, that second poll is now up. So go ahead and get those answers into poll question number 2. We will have 2 remaining polls after this one in our remaining time. Go ahead and answer this question. The question is, your firm's website is modern, conveys trust, and makes your firm stand out. Go ahead and rate how much that statement applies to you. And don't forget to hit that submit button so that it applies for your CPE credit. This is poll question number 2. We will have 2 remaining polls after this. We're going to get ready to close out of this poll in about 20 or so seconds. Get your answers in. Of course, we want to make sure that you all have every opportunity to answer these polls for your credit. Got about 10 seconds left, so don't forget to hit that submit button on this poll question. We're going to get ready to close out of this poll in 3, 2, and 1, and the majority of the responses were for option 2 of score of 5 to 7.
Awesome. Jason, I am putting in the, I'm responding. There's a few people that wanted Edna's email to make it easy to get the makeover thing. So I just did that, folks. So let's see the polls. Interesting. Jason, you said 46% said 5 to 7. 33% said 1 to 4. So most of the room is less than 7. So 20% is up there. That's great. And so this is, no right or wrong answer, folks. It's just for yourself to kind of see, right? As practitioners, as firm owners, it's good to have that self-awareness of what's working, it's more of that, because then you can make a change and you say, all right, my website's not where it needs to be. Let's make a change. Feel free to ask for the PDF thing. You can, use that. If you have a provider, make sure that, they're using, they do that for you as well. So you can kind of make sure that your most important marketing asset, which is your website, is it's serving you well. It's conveying trust. When people are coming on it, they're feeling good. They're learning about you, and they're taking that next step for you to help them, right? And that's what our business is about. It's about helping our clients with the problems that they're facing, whatever that may be: profit, taxes, cash flow. We're helping them with the solutions that we offer. Hope this is making sense, folks. I have been looking at the comments that have come in, and my goodness, all good here. Let me see if I can answer one question. Nicole, I'll take yours. Curious if you have thoughts on how to attract a community that does not utilize the internet. So if you have a community that does not utilize the internet, that's okay. Meet them where they are at, right? If you have folks, more and more are online, right? We've all seen that, we've all seen that. More and more people they're connected online and they are using online stuff. And if they are folks that are not, the question I'd ask is, where do they hang out? Assuming you want them as a client and they meet your other criteria, right? They're your ideal prospects. If they're not, then shift and move to one that is. But if you've got your ideal prospect that's not online, then where do they hang out? Where do they go? And that's where I would go. I would be present in those places. All right, good question there. Many more have come. Don't know if I'll have time, but please, I'll do my best. How's that? I think there's quite a bit more to cover here as well. All right, I want to give you some strategies on website optimization. There's like 4 things I want to share with you. Yeah, when you create your website, there are 4 things that you want to be mindful of. You want to make sure that your provider is paying attention to. Tweaks that will lead to 25% more lead flow. So here they are. First is meta title and description. Meta title and descriptions are HTML elements that provide information about your web page to search engines. So you want to optimize the meta title and the meta description so it increases the visibility of your website in search engine results pages, right? I'm going to give you an example because that will bring it, it'll help here. So meta title example is trusted CPA firm for business accounting and tax services. And then the meta description. So it's all related to what you're doing. So you want to make sure that you have this for each and every web page on your website, right? It aligns to the exact services that you are providing. And the same thing applies to having the right keywords, right? You want to strategically incorporate relevant keywords throughout your content, right? Because this is how you get your website ranking up. So if someone's typing in a great CPA firm or best CPA firm or, tax reduction in my area, tax reduction firm or accounting firm to help grow my business, right? That your firm is one of the first few that's coming up. So having the right keywords is important, and then having them strategically placed throughout the website. So here's an example, and I've seen this time and time again. It's targeting the right keywords. So, I've given you examples of right keywords and wrong keywords. So I saw like a firm was using the wrong keywords. Their keywords are retirement planning, budget assistance, and they're not doing much of that, financial software, tax resolution. This firm is not in the business of providing those services. And so now they're taking up space, and they're stopping the right people that searching by having the wrong keywords, right? So you want to kind of the top example, right? If those are the services you're providing, make sure that you're using the right keywords. And then internal linking is making sure that people can move on your website through links, right? So something on the home page has a paragraph and there's a link. When they click on that link, they go somewhere else and so forth. So you want to kind of strategically do that throughout your website. And some of those links will take them to a blog article and so forth. Number 4 things when it comes to optimizing your website is the page speed. Websites that load quickly are more likely to rank higher in search engine results compared to slower websites. So if your website's taking too long, people are not going to hang in there and wait. They're not patient these days. And so you want to make sure that that's like one of the first things to fix is speed. And there's a tool here you guys can utilize to see what that speed is for your website. So we talked about the importance of creating a website, the 12-point checklist of what are the important things you want to make sure you have on that website. Second thing we talked about is things you can do when you're creating that website, or you're not creating necessarily, but if you have an existing website, you want to make sure that you got the meta titles, you got the right keywords, the internal linking, and that. And then third is how to bring traffic. And the goal, folks, is to, when somebody is searching, like in my case, business accounting services, Marlborough, New Jersey, you want your firm to be one of the top ones on that list there, because people are going to most likely be on that first page. Prospects are not going to the second page, third page, fifth page, 10th page. If your website, and I see like 99% of the websites we review, they're showing up on the 20th page. It's great, it's showing up, but it's too far out. No one's going there. So we want it to be on the first page. We want it to be in the top 3, because those are the ones that are getting the clicks. Those are the ones where you're getting people coming onto your website, right? So you want to do that in the way you maximize those impressions. That's our goal, is to do that. And the way to do that is through organic strategies, online strategies, and paid traffic. So a bunch of stuff when it comes to organic stuff. and a bunch of techniques when it comes to paid traffic as well. And let's see. Let me quickly share with you organic traffic. Yeah, the big distinction with organic traffic is people that are searching for using some keywords, right, that are relevant for them. They're looking for help with a question they have. So they're looking for resources, or they're just simply looking for an accounting firm that can help them. That's organic, right? And you show up in their organic listing. And paid is when they're doing that and you're one of the sponsored folks. And that's what paid is, like Google AdWords, Facebook ads, YouTube ads. That's, you know, examples of paid traffic, right? And this is, you know, bringing it back to the 1950s, a marketing strategy from the 1950s, when there was no internet, right? It did not exist. And it was all about building relationships and word of mouth. And that's what online is. Yeah, social media, email marketing, YouTube, Google reviews. It's really building relationships, but it's using the online space, the internet, to do that. Yeah. And so you can 100x it. You're not limited to a one-on-one conversation. You have a lot more folks that you can reach out to using the internet. And these are my favorite ones. Content marketing, simply creating good content that helps people. That's what content marketing at its best is, right? Creating content that's going to be useful to the person that's searching for it, right? What legal structure should I have? Should I make my LLC into an S corp? Should I convert, you know, that, or should I do this versus that, or anything that they may be not knowing, and they're like, man, let's see what Google has. And you start the conversation through content marketing, putting out good content, and Google loves that, right? Once they start seeing that you're putting out good content, people are reading it, they're staying on the website, on the blog section, they favor you. So your rankings go higher and higher. So creating content and putting it on your website on a regular, on a scheduled basis is really important. And then social media is what drives people to read that article. Sometimes they may not be searching for it, but we tell folks, hey, just put out an interesting article on this. You may find it interesting. So we use a Facebook post, we do a LinkedIn post, and we bring people to that article. Same with email marketing. Great to nurture relationships, existing clients. I recommend like minimum once a week email to your clients, to your prospects. So email marketing is one of the best ways to nurture relationships, keep client retention, great for that as well. YouTube, creating videos, good content. It's one of the ways, instead of written, you've got video content, and then Google reviews. So I quickly went through that. And let me see if I can, these are just different slides that go deeper into what I just shared. This is, I think, useful to everyone here. 5-star, how to get a 5-star Google review. So really reaching out to your clients. Here's an example. You can kind of copy this for yourself. Subject matter, your experience with Straight Talk CPAs, name of client, hope you're well. My team shares with me that you're a delight to work with. Thanks for being such a great client. Hope your experience has been positive. If you don't mind, post a Google review. And so that's a simple request to a client, right? If they've had a good experience, please share that. And most of them will, right? And that's really directly affecting, going into Google. People are looking at it. We get so many new clients. They all look at reviews. Like they'll, these days people are, reading reviews. And before they'll look at the website, they look at your reviews, and then they'll place the phone call before anything else. All right. All right, polling question.
All right, we're going to go ahead and launch poll question number 3. We will have one more poll after this in our remaining time. So go ahead and get your answers in the question. How many qualified leads do you receive per week? Get your answers in, and don't forget to hit that submit button so that it counts towards your CPE credit. This is poll question number 3. Again, we will have one remaining poll in our remaining time of a little more than 10 minutes or so. So please get those answers in. I should say a little less than 10 minutes or so at this point. So go ahead and get your answers into poll question number 3. We're going to leave this up for about 20 more seconds. And as with all of these polls, we want to make sure that you have every opportunity to answer them for your CPE credit. Just about 10 seconds left, so get those responses in if you haven't done so already. We are getting ready to close out of this poll, which we will do in 3, 2, and 1. And the majority of the audience said less than 3.
Awesome. Great. Thanks, Jason. I'm going to take just a moment to answer a couple of questions that have come in. James, see your question. If you're bringing in hundreds of prospects, how do you filter out? Oh, so many questions coming in. It disappeared. Let's see. 222. Okay. No, where did it go? Okay, there. How do you filter out the low value clients? So that's a good problem to have, James. That's amazing. You've got hundreds of prospects reaching out to you, filtering, qualifying. Have a survey type of a page, an online page built in. Several tools, Lead Pages comes to mind. Jot Form, another one where you can have 3 to 5 different questions. Qualifying questions: what size of business do you have? How soon are you looking to hire someone? Yeah, just kind of off on the top of my head. What services are you looking for? What are your biggest problems? Just things that will help you understand whether they're going to be a right, the right client for you or not. So kind of that is what I would do if I were you there. There was another question I wanted to cover. 222. Something about high value clients, which I thought was really, it would be useful for me to answer that one. But questions coming in, and let's see, it disappeared. Okay, there. Harnisha, what are your thoughts on high value clients taking too much of your time? Overall discipline is lost as they might be wanting an exemplary client experience and expect to be available anytime they reach and respond right away. It is how we train them. We got to set the parameters of when you're available and when you're not. Don't give us your cell phone. Have your, it's about educating our clients. When are we available? When are we not? What are our performance standards? An email, what's the response time with email, phone calls? If we give them a schedule, a structure, right? If we tell them that I answer all phone calls, I have client calls every day from, let's say 10 to 11 a.m. and 4 to 5 or 4 to 4:30. And then if we let the client know that this is the way we operate, then they will be fine. They won't be like, hey, where are you? Are you going to call me today? They won't have to do that because they know this is your system, right? So we need a system. That's part of my third thing that I'm saying, having a systems flow, right? Client flow, team flow, and systems flow. This is part of all having the systems in place to service these clients, and letting them know what that is. Harnisha, hopefully that helps you.